Nominal ledger reports and inquiries. Let's start by taking a look at nominal inquiry. So from here you can view the complete details of any nominal ledger account on the system. So let's take a look at our bank account, for example. So here it displays the name and the description and the type. Down the bottom here you've got a notes section, so you can update the notes and record any information that you require in there. You can view the balance, it's as per month here, and you've also got a turnover as well, again monthly. Click on the transactions button and that will show you every single transaction entered against that nominal code. You can narrow down what you're displaying in the screen at the bottom here by using the transactions between fields. So if you put a date ranging in there, it means that you'll only see the transactions within those two date ranges. You can also narrow it down by type. So in this type column here, if you right click on the type heading, you get a list of different types of transactions. Journals, for example, income bookings, donations, expenditure bookings. And if you select one of those, it will only show you the transactions of that particular type. If you'd like to view some more information about one of the particular transactions, you would just double click on the asterisk column on the right hand side and it will show you the details of that particular transaction. You can also change it, where you can change any details of the transaction. For example, you might have entered the incorrect date, or you can delete it completely. Now let's take a look at the nominal transaction list. So this will give you a printout of all the transactions for a particular account code or range of accounts, or perhaps every single account code. So let's take, for example, the bank account again. And we can choose a month or date range. So perhaps we want between certain dates. And if you leave the fund code selection blank, it will do it for all fund codes, or you could narrow it down for one particular fund code if required. And from there you can print or preview the report. As well as nominal inquiry, you also have fund inquiry. So this way you can look at transactions that are related to a particular fund. So for example here we've got our Aid Overseas Fund. So if we clicked on transactions down the bottom, you'd see all the transactions just for that particular fund. And also you can see the money balances, again just for that particular fund, and the turnover and balance. Let's have a look at the balance sheet report. So for here, I'm going to select this month, and you can tick to include the particular report sections that you'd like on the report. Alternatively, you could click on the Include All button down the bottom and that will tick them all for you. There is another version of the report, which is the fund columns. So what this will do is you can pick up to 9 different fund codes that will appear in the column headings, and it will show you the balances for your balance sheet codes per fund. So if we selected a particular month and then the relevant funds we want on the report, I'm going to click on the Include All button this time. You can also include a running total if you want to, or a new page. You've also got the option for a summary report or a detailed report. You have various other options to, for example, to exclude zero values, and whether you want unrounded numbers. And from there you can print or preview the report. Also what you can do is you can store the selections of this report. So you're storing like a template, so therefore you can bring back the details of this report at any time in the future. So for example, if I went into templates, I have got a stored report for balance sheet. Click on use, and it will automatically bring up my saved criteria for the balance sheet. And from there I can just change the month I want to run it for and print or preview the report. Moving on to the income and expenditure report, you see the screen is quite similar to the balance sheet report. So again, you've got a fund columns option here. You've also got a months columns as well. So this will display each of the months as a column headers, and then the report sections with the income expenditure codes as a row. So you can see a breakdown per month for each of your income expenditure codes. So again, you'd select, say, month, so up to this month. Include all, that'll pick up all your report sections, and then print or preview the report. Again, you can store the criteria of this report for future use. You've also got a daily transactionist report. So if you want to view a particular type of transactions, for example, income bookings. So let's say we wanted to see all the income bookings that have been entered in the month of April. We would select that, and then you can print or preview the report, and you can narrow it down by fund code as well if you want to.